I've laid out all my tomato plants, and I do it alphabetically. I know that's weird, but what I found is if I save the tags and then I'm looking for the right plant, I know if it's going to be an orange, purple, or yellow, or red when it ripens. And so if I put them alphabetically, then I know where to find the plants. Okay, so here's my first tomato hole, and I need to get some of that dirt out in order to put the tomato in. And remember, tomatoes can be planted pretty deep, even up the stem, because they sprout out roots along the stem. And so the stronger, or the deeper you go, the better, the stronger a plant you have. In the bottom, I will mix some Epsom salt. It's full of magnesium, and I like that at the bottom of the plant. And then I just set the tomato in on that mixture of compost and Epsom salt, and then fill it in around it. I'm going to be putting the dirt on this tarp, and then putting as much back in as I can. If your holes have not been amended, these ones have, you would take all this dirt out and then add compost back in. Mix the compost with the dirt here and then put that back in. So I'm going down at least the shovelful, so maybe 7 inches, 8 inches. Again, I put some Epsom salt in the bottom, just a handful like that, and then mix it up with the compost. You don't want to burn the roots at all, but you just want to make the magnesium available for the tomato down there. And then I plant this quite deep. I rough up the roots a little bit, and then go ahead and stick it down in the hole. And see, it's quite a ways down there. And then I'm just going to back it in with all this soil that's up here. Last year we had a chicken wire cage, our screen around them all. This year I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. We're going to try to build another, some sort of cage, but we don't want to poke holes in this fabric. So we're going to figure out something that goes beyond the rows. Sometimes when you're at the nursery, you can look for double plants in one plant, and it's like getting a freebie for the 2 for the price of 1. And all you have to do is very simple to split it when you get home. Each has its own root system, and sometimes they're tangled up in between. Let me see if I can grab that. Hold on. Okay, so I would just take it apart like that. That's the roots of the one. Not a lot, but enough to get started. And then I will put this one. So I've got 2 plants that I can plant now. In this plant, there were 3 babies. 1, 2, and 3. So hopefully those will take root and just be as healthy as the main plant. And I have 4 instead of 1. Pepper plants get planted right at soil level. You don't want to bury them or else you'll get a stem rot. Okay, in this last 6 holes, I'm going to be planting these 4 squashes. This is the butternut squash. I'm just going to push it down 1 inch. And then I cover it up and pat it. That's all I do to plant. For the patty pan, it's only half an inch to 1 inch in depth. And so I'm only just going to do it barely under the surface. And then I'll come back and smooth dirt over it. This section of the garden is planted. I need to soak my beans, and then I will put them over in that section tomorrow. Okay, these are purple bush beans, and I'm going to soak them overnight and put them in the garden tomorrow. Oops, that's a little bit too much water. Drain some of that off. Okay, let's keep them damp until you're ready to plant. That's it. I'm going to be planting my beans here in this staggered bed. It's far enough apart that they'll do fine. I'll do 2 beans per hole. They're bush type beans, so there's no need for staking. And I'm going to mend the soil with some compost too before I plant. Okay, I'm just roughing it up a little bit. I'm going to pour some compost down in it and mix it up so it's good and mixed. There we go. Here's the beans after they've soaked and sprouted a little bit and are ready to be planted. They got their just initial growth going. Okay, I'm going to put 3 seeds in, or beans in each planting hole. I think I have enough, and then if 2 of them or 1 of them doesn't work, it'll be good. And I'm just patting it down, and I'll come by and water it afterwards.